for those of you that follow along with me, I do a lot of chainsaw milling. When I do that, I end up with a lot of scraps like this. These are branches or smaller pieces of the log. And as you can see, my chainsaw is a touch unreasonable. So when I get left with stuff like this, I really can't turn these into boards with my chainsaw. So with good lumber like walnut and stuff like that, I bring it back and let it dry and find something to use it for. So I found something to use it for. I'm going to take it and cut it up on my bandsaw, and we're going to make a razor kit. I'm going to do a cup, a stand, a razor, and a brush. I got the kits for the razor and the kit, or it's not really a kit for the brush, just the badger hair brush. I got them all from thegoldennib.com. They do a lot of higher end shaving stuff. It appeared to me. There's probably 30 different types of brushes and stuff like that you could buy. So they had the best variety. So that's why I chose them. I'm not sponsored by them in any way, shape, or form. But if you're looking for some of these parts and you want to go make it yourself, I'd go to thegoldennib.com. They have a lot of really good stuff. Super easy to work with, good instructions, stuff like that. So go check them out if you're interested. So I'm going to take these scrap pieces of walnut, these branches, and I'm going to take them and start getting them into some usable lumber so we can make our cup stand, and then we'll have a little bit left over to do the brush handle and the razor handle.
What's that going to be? I'll probably end up trying to make this into the cup. There's some sapwood here. There's some good grain figuring here from the crotch of the branch. So I think that's going to be my go-to there. I'm probably going to make a couple other blanks that I can get the cup out of, and then we will, if I screw it up or I want to use a different one, I can always make them smaller, but it's a lot tougher to make them bigger. So I'm just trying to get this, all the flat workable stuff right now, so I can start making the cup. And it's going to end up working out where I'm making the biggest piece down to the smallest piece. That way I can take the biggest pieces of wood and keep cutting them down into smaller pieces to get the size.
All right, I got the piece of the cup, the piece of walnut I'm using for the cup in the lathe. Same kind of thing I do for all the lathe projects. I use the parting tool, series of pencil lines and measuring tape, and just kind of rough out where I think everything needs to be. The first iteration of the knob, I didn't like the way it looked on the cup. I guess it was a little too big, so I ended up coming back and just kind of cutting that in half. And then to attach that to the cup, I just took a Forstner bit, I drilled a hole all the way through the cup, and then I just stuck the knob through, cut it off with a saw, and then just sanded it out real good. So there's no special attachment there. Just drilled a hole and glued the knob through it. Now that the cup's made, I'm going to have an easier time making the stand because I can scale everything appropriately based on the size of the cup. So, took 5-inch circle and then a 6-inch circle outside of that. Just trace it on this graph paper, kind of cut it out, take some spray adhesive, put it on this junk piece of log here, and then take it over to the bandsaw. And once we're at the bandsaw, just use it to follow the line that I put on the graph paper, and that gives me the rough outline of the stand. All right, now we're on to the razor. So I found the center point. This goes together just like any pen or anything else. Drill a hole through the middle of it, scuff the brass tube up with some sandpaper, and then you just super glue it in place. I use a activator just to help it set a little bit quicker. It's not anything you have to do, but it's just the way I choose to do it. this is the brush now. Just another small walnut chunk. No tube or anything, but I did drill a 3/4 inch hole on what would be the left end here. That is where the knot, the Badger brush knot, would insert when I'm all done turning this. So just kind of taking small bites, going slowly, trying to figure all the scale of everything out. And I'm pretty happy with how this came out. I think it looked good size-wise in comparison to the rest of the project. What's up, everybody? Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I wanted to talk about these pieces real quick, just in case we missed some things in the video. So it ended up being 4 pieces. We've got the razor, as I talked about earlier in the video, in the intro. We've got the brush. I believe I talked about that a little bit. Both of these are finished with CA glue, so super glue. It should be the most durable finish since they're going to be exposed to high humidity, water, things like that. The CA glue should be the most durable and hold up the best. If for some reason they start getting a little beat up, they shouldn't be too hard to refinish. So CA glue for the razor and the brush. For this, I went with a salad bowl finish. So I kind of figured that was going to be along the same lines. It's going to be higher humidity. Shouldn't see a whole lot of moisture though, because when the brush hangs in here, most of the moisture and everything should be below the wood and also dripping into the cup. So I went with the salad bowl finish to give us the same kind of sheen here as we got with the CA glue. And then this is salad bowl finish as well on the exterior and epoxy on the inside. Since the soap is going to sit in there, the epoxy is the same epoxy I use for my whiskey cups and stuff like that. Been holding up really well, haven't had any problems with it. So I didn't think there was any reason to switch now. So we got epoxy on the inside, salad bowl finish on the outside, salad bowl finish on the stand, and then CA glue for this and this. Also, real quick, yesterday I saw somebody did something similar to this. I made a real quick leather case. So if you travel with your razor, you can slide it into the leather case. It's got a little snap on it. You can carry it, transport it like that, and then take it out of your shave kit whenever you get to where you're going. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to go subscribe to my channel. Thanks.